Let's get more now of our exclusive interview with Joyce Mitchell. The former prison seamstress will be sentenced a little later this month for her role in a prison break that made national headlines. She's admitted giving David Sweat and Richard Matt tools they needed to escape. And when we sat down with Joyce at the Clinton County Jail, she told me that Sweat and Matt were also planning something much more sinister.
Mr. Matt wanted me to give my husband some pills to knock him out.
They called your husband
the glitch.
the glitch, meaning he was the glitch in the plan.
Yes.
And he had to be disposed of.
Yes. I knew I was in so far that I had to just keep going along with it. So when Mr. Matt brought me the pills, they were in my drawer at work. And I took them home and I flushed them.
David Sweat, after his capture, told authorities that it was your idea to kill Lyle.
It was not my idea. It was Matt's idea.
And so they're now telling you can go live, once they get out, the three of you will go off and live a new life.
Yes.
Did it sound good to you?
When they started that, like I said, I knew I was in way over my head. So I just started playing along and letting them believe that that's what was going to happen. I was just so scared. Mr. Matt has a lot of power, a lot of power. He could get whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted.
You've even felt outside of prison that he could have caused harm to Lyle and your family outside the walls of that prison?
Yes.
When did they pick a night? When did they pick a date that the escape would happen?
He just happened to come in one day and said, "Tonight's the night." And when he said that, I just stayed away from him the rest of the day because it's like, I don't want to hear about it.
What were you supposed to do on the night of the escape? What was your part of the plan?
I was supposed to come up and park by the manhole that they were going to be coming out of. And I was supposed to pretend that I was making a phone call while they were coming out. I was supposed to bring clothes for them. I was supposed to bring a tent. I was supposed to bring a shotgun.
He wanted to saw that off, right?
Yes.
Did you have a shotgun?
We do own a shotgun, but I had no intentions of ever bringing it. I had no intentions of ever showing up.
And then the plan was to get them changed, get them in the car.
Yes.
You would have drugged Lyle, the glitch.
Yes.
He would have been passed out at home.
Yes.
And what did they say they were going to do?
At first, Matt said that he was going to go back and take care of Lyle. He was going to kill Lyle. And that I couldn't let him kill my husband. There's no way.
You keep saying, you know, I love my husband. I couldn't
do
let
love
this
my
happen to my
husband.
husband. And it's hard to believe.
I know it's hard to believe, but I do love my husband. And I've always loved my husband. I was going through a point in my life. A lot of people go through depression. A lot of people go through that. And I just got in over my head and I couldn't get out. And I couldn't tell anybody. I couldn't tell my husband. Couldn't tell my family. I couldn't tell my coworkers. I couldn't tell anybody. There's nobody you can tell.
He had complete control of you, in your opinion, at that point.
Yes. He was good at that.
You went home from work that day, and I know this part of the story because I talked to your husband about it. He said you were clearly not yourself when you got home from work that day.
No, I wasn't.
What happened?
I was scared because I knew that was the night it was going to happen, and I didn't really know what to do. And I ended up having a panic attack, and my husband did take me to the hospital. And I did spend the night in the hospital. And the next morning, when I turned my cell phone on, of course, I had tons of messages, and one was from my son that state police were looking for me. So we called, and they said, "No, we're not looking for you." But then it was work that was looking for us, and they wanted us to come in. And I told them that I was laying in a hospital bed waiting to be released. But when we were released, we did go to the state police. I was not completely honest with the state police at first.
What'd you lie about?
About knowing that they had gotten out and the other parts of the story. But the next day, my husband and I both went back. I had my husband go out with me, and I started to tell the state police everything. And then the day after that, I went back out again on my own, and I tried to tell them everything I could. And they told me, you help us, we'll help you.
And to this point, have you told them every single thing you know? Have you been completely honest?
I have been completely honest with them. I have told them everything.
When you heard that they had been successful getting out of prison, that they had escaped and broken out, and you knew you weren't there to pick them up the way you had promised, what was your first reaction?
I was scared to death.
Hello Today fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.